Hey guys, my name is Jane, and today I'm here with... Okay, I'm not actually here with anyone. It just used to be my catchphrase, so I used to say it all the time. So today I'm going to be talking about... So basically, you guys know all... Oh my god, I should stop with this hat. We're gonna get to that. I kind of just had this idea for a long time, but I never really sat down and did it. So today we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about why I love hitchhiking so much. You guys have probably seen all my hitchhiking videos, and there's like this whole new adventure coming up if you haven't seen it already. By the way, every single Friday I post vlogs. It has become a thing now. It's always on Fridays, exactly at 12 a.m. So like the second it's a Friday, you're gonna watch my videos anyway. And I learned how to use this. I think it must be here. If this video is reversed, it would be here, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be right here. I'm learning how to do YouTube, okay? It's gonna take some time, but over here, why is my finger looking so scary, crazy? You will be able to see the videos that I will be referring to whenever I do. So check that, okay? When it pops up, check that and watch the video and like it and comment. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Maybe I did. I kind of need that, okay? We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So let's get straight into it. What does hitchhiking make me feel like? I made a whole movie about it. It's literally more than an hour. Me and my boyfriend originally thought of making like a short movie. I had the idea. I was like, we're gonna go hitchhiking. Why don't we just shoot a movie? Brilliant idea, isn't it? And because I love you guys so much, I made it completely free. It's not like I can make it watchable with money right now anyway, but just like it's completely free. So please do watch it if you have time, especially if you're interested in hitchhiking. You can just watch my vlogs and my free movie that you can watch. It will be great. So you have probably seen many movies. I don't know what it's called, but like the lifestyle where you're like traveling, or just like, people in a van, hippies, not hippie, I don't know, yippee! No, just kidding. But the thing is, I actually made a video about how to achieve the Blue Lagoon feeling. So what hitchhiking feels like is pretty close to the Blue Lagoon feeling, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit further too. But before that, in order to understand what the Blue Lagoon feeling is, first of all, watch the movie and then watch my video. I told you, just check it, okay? And comment and like. The Blue Lagoon feeling is basically the name I came up with. I think it's mindfulness, like that's what it's called in the world. But I call it the Blue Lagoon feeling because, it's one of my favorite movies because it feels so natural. Yes, that's what this is in a very basic way. But please do watch the video because I think I was really able to explain how to achieve that feeling. But basically, hitchhiking, and not just hitchhiking, by the way, this is like the whole process of like camping, being on the road for hours, all these very, very difficult things. People ask us like, why do you do this, And often people think we do it just for traveling, but we don't. Actually, traveling is just like half of it, like maybe even less than half of it. Like traveling is not necessarily the end goal, It's the journey. We don't hitchhike to get somewhere, even though that's normally what it's meant to be used for. For us, hitchhiking is like a philosophy, What kind of philosophy? Well, it's a place where your normal life and like the way you live your life is completely changed. It's just like where you have to survive, basically. And this act of survival first seems like it's such a scary idea. Like, who wants to be put in a place where they have nothing? It's not a very good place, right? But all those like let it go, like manifest this, but you have to let go of, like all those kinds of things, this energy or whatever. I'm not gonna really get into that spiritual side of things because that's not really my deal, if you know what I mean. Okay, so the thing is, I don't think I can explain this in just one video. So I'm just gonna tell you about 5 points in this video, and I'm probably gonna make like a million more videos like these. So if you're like really interested in this kind of philosophy and want to know, because you can see what we do, I'm just gonna put random videos for you to go and watch what I mean. Number 1 is the Blue Lagoon feeling. I already talked about this just now. Just watch the video, please, because it's really so much more detailed in here. But if I have to just like summarize it, okay, imagine you have like Okay, do you know minimalism? I think it's very similar to minimalism. You have a very few number of stuff. For example, you can't pack your favorite things. I was actually hitchhiking on my birthday, but the vlog is not out yet, so you're gonna have to kind of wait a little bit to see that. As a girl, as a woman, I felt a little bit ugly, you know, not because of because we were like constantly dirty and tired, and like I didn't have any favorite outfits or dresses that I could wear, you know. Even though it was summer, we were on the road, and but the thing is, I felt like so natural that at some point, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was jealous when I saw girls who were like looking pretty with makeup on and everything, not because of like the way they look, but because I wasn't able to do that at the time. Like I wanted to just dress up and look nice, but I couldn't because I was on the road. But the thing is, my dear child, at some point I realized that sometimes I really like this natural feeling. The thing is, the world constantly evolving takes away our natural wish and desire to do things by hand. Like, for example, here, we don't have a dishwasher and we have to do it by hand all the time. Sometimes the things that seem the most difficult, like walking instead of using a car, or just, you know, those kind of things seem like the most annoying things, and your mind automatically wants to skip doing that and find an easy way out because it makes your life easier. That's literally the entire... Oh my god, that looks beautiful. There's a plane. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, fast food, transportation, cars, dishwashers, all these kinds of things. You have everything in your hands. You have everything. You have a place to sleep in. You have hopefully, but I'm guessing you do. At least you have a phone or something because you're watching this video. You know, we have all of these things in our hands, even if you don't have a car. Like, I don't have a car right now, but I'm gonna get it. When you have everything in your hands, you actually start to be more unhappy. You want too many goals. Like, okay, I love shopping, okay? I have to be honest with you. I love shopping. I've got so many clothes. Like, I literally got this a few days ago. I don't know why it's like this. I just keep buying stuff because, I don't know, it's... Look, okay, look. Especially if you're a woman, just look at me. It's normal for you to want to go shopping. Because I think this is basically, this whole philosophy is completely in nature. Like, we like hitchhiking because we like nature, we like being natural, we like mindfulness, what I call the Blue Lagoon feeling. Not because it's us, actually it's in everyone. Like, just a few people don't have it, you know. This is not just about I'm gonna see trees, I'm gonna see the sun, I'm gonna swim in the sea. Those are all included, but your brain, you know, this idea of happiness and success, it's not to be at the top of your game all the time. It's to get there. So that's why when you get so successful, you're just gonna need a new goal. It's not only about success. You don't need to be successful to be happy, which you might be thinking, what? But you do need to work. That's what I think. That's the way I see it anyway. All this talk about this philosophy, let's get to the facts now. When we are hitchhiking, we go through so much trouble. All this tiredness, like most of the time, we don't have water in our hands all the time. We don't have food in our hands all the time. And we literally depend on other people and like the circumstances to have our literally needs in order to survive met. For example, sometimes we just like, people get us food when we're hitchhiking. That's like, it's like you let go and you give everything. When you don't have anything, things still come to you, you know, but you just have to be hopeful. There are times when we wait for hours under the sun, waiting for a car to get us, and nobody stops. There you feel hope, and you feel hopeless, and the second you feel hopeless, usually a car comes by. It's just like the nature of the world is very apparent, you know, when you're hitchhiking. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's also about like nomad life or something, like wandering, nomad, I don't know, that kind of thing. Okay, let's get to the easy point here, traveling, all right? Obviously, we love hitchhiking because we love traveling. We love to see new places. One of the reasons is like seeing a beautiful sunset or just like a very beautiful view is most of the time worth the whole experience of going from one point to another. For example, I was playing with this hat before. I got this hat from Sapanta and it was so hard for me to get there. I literally had no idea if I was going to be able to get there. But I was like, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna go back without trying. I came to Romania this far. I'm gonna go to the northeast of Romania. I went to the northeast of Romania and there was one place I wanted to visit. It was the Happy Cemetery, and you can research it, by the way. Okay, I don't know if I can wear it right now, but I got myself this hat and you can see the video where I got it. For example, this hat is so much more meaningful to me than any other hat because it has this whole experience of me completely alone going from the southeast of a country to the northeast by myself and just making it, you know. It's like, it has this whole idea of purpose and trying and succeeding. When you're hitchhiking, it's never 100% sure what's gonna happen. So you always know and you have to accept possibilities. For example, if somebody says, I can take you here, sometimes you have to change your plans and say, okay, fine, we can go there because we're gonna have to need a place to sleep. It's never for sure where you're gonna sleep unless you're rich, obviously. You can just find an hotel if you're really stuck. For example, we had to sleep wherever. So we had to find a place to sleep. We had to just cut our trip short sometimes, leave it to the other day. And it seems so scary. Like most of the time, I remember just when we were wandering around. For example, we went to Pamukkale. You're gonna see it later in the vlogs. I remember like, as we were going there, I was thinking, where are we gonna sleep tonight? Like, and this is going to take me to the next thing. Look, this is not for every single one of them, but for example, OCD and stuff like that. On the road, you have no mental illnesses. Like, as I said, not every single one of them. Just some of them, just they disappear because, for example, social anxiety and all those sorts of stuff. This is because you have to survive. You have no other choice, you know? And the thing is, your mind is so occupied with finding water because you need it to stay alive. But finding shelter, like my mind was, as I said, I was like, where are we going to sleep tonight? I was thinking like, what's the worst thing? If we can't find a place to sleep tonight and we're like really tired, okay, we went to Pamukkale, we came back, we're shooting a movie, we're shooting vlogs, and I'm thinking like, where are we gonna sleep tonight, you know? I was always asking my boyfriend like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You know, he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know? Like, what are we gonna do tonight? You know, like, are we just gonna be on the street with our huge bags? Like, are we just gonna like not sleep? Because if we don't get sleep, what are we gonna do tomorrow? You know, we need sleep. We need to be energized. We need food because like we have to keep ourselves safe. Because we're so used to having everything in our hands. When you're on the road, the heaviness of your bag is like, that's what I call the working. You know, as I said, success or working, like working is actually needed. Work is needed to feel happy. I don't mean just like work in an office kind of way. That also feels like work, but carrying a bag, a heavy bag where you have your stuff, that's the work for me when you're hitchhiking. Because you get really tired. It's the physical work, you know, physical work is the work. The tiredness and your mind being only like solely focused on just what you need, it just makes all your other problems disappear. Because when you're at home, like for example, I'm not even cooking right now, you know, because I can have it easier and my mind wants to just like not do anything, but it gets you so depressed over time because you're just so used to having everything in your hand, and then you're like, I don't need to do anything, then I don't need to live, you know. Don't think like that. Please stop. Come here. Don't think like that. Okay. I'm sorry if you find it cringe, but I don't really care. I think it's funny, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Which takes me to my next point. Tiredness is actually a good thing. There has been so many times where in school I was like, I wish I was in like a vacation where I had nothing to do. But the thing is, you need to have something to do. When you have nothing to do, you're not gonna be as happy as you think you are, because then you're like, I could do so many things, And then you try to do all those things, and then you're like either out of things or like, we never had time to look at our phones and stuff like that. Like, of course we did, but like, it's like when you get tired, when you have a really good night's sleep, when you get so tired that your body needs something. Like, I think one of the most beautiful feelings I've ever felt in my life is not like extreme happiness or something like that. And I'm so serious about this. It's literally like wanting something physically, like water, food. When I get so hungry, I feel so happy, because that's like, when you eat when you're not hungry, it doesn't make you that happy. But when you get so hungry, when you feel that hunger, your body is like, okay, there's something I have to do. And then you get the work done and you get it, and then it feels so much better. Like, for example, one of my favorite hitchhiking memories is not when okay, it's also good when you actually get somewhere that you wanted to be going for a long time, but one of my favorite hitchhiking memories was when we found water. I'm not joking. I mean, you might have seen my vlogs. If you have, you might be like, but you did so many things. You've been to so many places. I know, and it was very nice. But there's that one day. Let me tell you the story. I'm sorry if this is a very long video, but like, I don't know. I like to make long videos too. For whoever wants to watch it, I guess, let me just tell you what I felt and everything. So this time that we found water, we were in Kash, but not in the center yet. We were waiting for my friend and dad. This is like the Turkish vlog series, by the way. I did them in Turkish. I don't know why I usually make all my videos in English, but I made them in Turkish. So to my Turkish followers. Yeah, anyway. So, okay, I'm gonna put this hat on to make it more realistic, okay? Imagine me hitchhiking. Me and my boyfriend we came to a village. And we were having this argument. He was like looking at his phone. I was like, how much longer do we have to walk? Because I was so tired. We were already hitchhiking for some time. For a very long time. He said 10 minutes or something. No, he said an hour. And I was like,
an hour? Okay.
But how long do we have to walk? And he just didn't tell me for a very long time. And I was like really annoyed. I was like, just tell me, how long do we have to walk? He was like, an hour. And at some point I just said, because like you get tired. You're not always like this, when you're hitchhiking, you get angry, you get tired. And I was like, look at me. I was like, look at me. How much do we have to walk? How many miles, how many kilometers? Tell me the number. Give me a goddamn number. I was like, stop telling me the time. And he finally had to say it. He said 10 kilometers. And I was like, do you actually think we can walk 10 kilometers with our heavy bags, with no water, with no food? And it was almost nighttime too. And it was just the two of us. And this is like nature and just a very little road and no cars are passing, okay? I was like, do you really think we can walk 10 kilometers in 1 hour? And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, there's no way. 10 kilometers in an hour, in our current state, it's impossible. We can't do that. We're gonna need to just get some rest at some point. And he didn't believe me. But at some point we got so tired. And he also kind of realized we need to find a car. Because if we don't get where we were trying to go to, anything could have happened. Bears, I don't know, lions and tigers and bears. And then luckily we found a car. Some cars still didn't take us. We were like, please, like, do you not see the way we look? We need help, because it happens. People look at you like, and every time they do that, I'm like, I wasn't asking you, because it's so annoying. People look at you like, okay, I get it. They're trying to protect themselves and they don't know who the hell we are. You can't really be mad at them, but when you need help, it's kind of like annoying. And every time, like half of the time when people get you in their car, they are still not sure about why they got you in your car. They're just like kind of still scared, and then they meet you and they're kind of like less scared. But there's all sorts of people, and I will tell you about all those kinds of memories later on too. Anyway, back to the water story, okay? So we finally got there, and okay, I have so many memories I want to share with you. I just need to just kind of tell them in different videos. That will be better anyway. So we had a lot of water, okay? It's the summer, it's like, Kash is like really, really hot. And we are there. We met this nice couple, like they lived in a village. By the way, there's no hospital in the village. The nearest hospital is like so much far away. So imagine the difficulties there. And we heard that there were snakes and everything, and we just slept, put our it's actually in the video. We put our tent in the middle of somewhere in the nature. We asked the guy about snakes. He said there are snakes, and like, what do we do if we see snakes? You know, you have to have all these sorts of conversations. It's like a game, you know. You have to have those interactions to keep yourself safe. More about all those memories later. But finally, we slept. We woke up, and I really wanted to take a shower. But the thing is, sometimes you just can't take a shower. So we had this bottle of water, right? We're just gonna put it like this and just like do that and then put some water again. If you don't have a shower, that's what you can do. If it's absolutely necessary, by the way. It was, I think, my first time hitchhiking with him, so I really felt dirty and I couldn't stand it. And I was like, should I use this water for taking a little bath? And he said yes. And I was like, are you sure? What if we can't find water? And he said, oh, we will ask the guy. Like, there was like a water hose or something over there. We can use that to refill our water bottles. I was like, fine. And I asked him for a few times, are you sure? He's like, yes, I'm sure. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm sure. I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. So I used it to take a bath. And then we got ready to go back, and we still don't know how to go. We're just assuming the guy is there, and the guy was not there. We can't just get into their house and steal their water. That would be very weird and illegal. We were like, wow, we don't have any water left. And we kept on going. The sun hitting us on the head, and we don't have any hats. At least I think I didn't. We had to walk for like an hour or longer. I don't know, hours, okay? And we're like really thirsty. We're like really tired. And when the sun hits your camp, like hits your tent, you have to wake up early. You can't just keep sleeping because the sun is waking you up. So you usually wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning anyway. Finally, we saw a place with like very cold water. And I drank that cold water, and that has been my favorite memory of drinking water ever since. Like, I was thirsty for so long, and I found cold water in a summer day. That's one of my favorite hitchhiking memories. And if you don't know why this would be a favorite memory, you have to try hitchhiking. Okay guys, so I kind of talked about a lot of things. I know this was not very organized, so like I just jumped from thought to thought, but I hope you liked this video. And if you want to hear more about our hitchhiking memories and tips and tricks, I don't know, anything you want to find out about, like, just comment down below. I really like to read your comments. Also, if you watched so far to here, I'm gonna actually give you some updates. I'm kind of having a system, just slowly, I'm letting things just slowly be put into place without just, you know, just pushing it too hard. Every Friday I have a daily vlog, like hitchhiking vlogs, or just like after those you will just see them. I don't need to spoil it for you, but every Friday I have a vlog. It's already there, you know, it's just gonna keep happening. But I want to make 2 videos per week. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make videos for Mondays if it's possible. I'm gonna try to have 2 videos per week, and maybe if I have enough videos it will be more than 2 videos per week. But right now my goal is just 2 videos per week. A vlog on Fridays and any sort of video on Monday, you know. It's just, it can be something like this, it can be about Shakespeare, it's just all those things I'm interested in. 1 video per Monday. Also, I'm gonna have a shop opening. This is a very nice thing. It's gonna be called Jane's Playworld, but I don't think you can see it in the right order. Yeah, I'm gonna make all these kinds of stuff, and I'm gonna sell these little flowers too. I just make them all by hand, so please be nice. I'm learning how to do it. Yeah, that's all so far. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I promise to be more organized in the next videos, okay? See you later! Also, please subscribe and like this video. If you watched it this far, please just give it a like and just comment, you know. It would be nice to know. Sorry. See you later.